So, we've decided to call our film Lakeside because there's a dead body found by the side of a lake. So we just thought, why not make it Lakeside? The genre we've chosen is a murder mystery slash crime thriller. And we've decided to choose our target audience, and it's over males and females over the age of 35, as we've got statistics that say 53% of the population like crime thrillers. Our secondary target audience are males and females over the age of 18.
Yeah, so the general synopsis of the film clearly is, how would you describe it? There's a woodland, a lake, and this woman's been killing men throughout her lifetime for the past 10 years or so, but nobody's been found until now. So we've got this detective who's got to try and find who's been killing these bodies, why, all the usual, and it leads him on a goose chase, if you like, as he has to. Every week a different body turns up, and none of them seem related. Till he realises all of them, not realises, but he puts it together, all of them have been male. And then at the end it turns out it's actually a female killer. So all along he would have presumed it's male because these were big, they weren't these little small boys, they were big men he's killing. So of course it's going to be a woman. Anyway, yeah. So it's very simple. Detective tries to solve the murder. Eventually, after a while he solves it. Turns out it was a woman all along, and yeah. The opening, it will be start with some nice aerial establishing shots of the lake and the woodland to set the scene, to help it seem quite tranquil. After a while it will start zooming in on a jogger who's jogging through the woodland. Nothing suspicious about this, it's just an everyday jogger. On her run she sees a corpse, and of course she investigates it. As she moves towards it, there's a rustle in the bushes behind her. She turns and we cut to black and see the title.
In the opening, we only see two characters, which is the runner and then the dead body. But obviously, throughout the film, there are more characters. We decided to call the murderer Mary. She is a middle-aged woman, and her upbringing was a bit troubled. Her dad was an alcoholic, and he abused her mum, and that's why she hates men. And then she got married, and she started hearing voices, and then her husband left her, and then now she hates men even more. And then she moved to the woods, and because she has no money, she found an abandoned little spot. The dead body, the person's called Fred. He has a normal background. He had an argument with his girlfriend, and then he went for a walk in the woods, and then that's how he ended up in the lake, because he was killed. There's a detective called Lucas. We don't see him in the opening, but yeah, he's just a normal guy. And then the runner, she's just a normal person. You don't really see her in the rest of the film. She just finds the body.
Our unique selling points is the fact that the murderer is an actual woman, because in normal crime thrillers you normally see male killers who go around killing people for fun, where this woman is killing people because she just generally hates men.
Enigma. This opening's based heavily on enigma, with us not knowing who killed the body, how the body was killed, why it's there, who the identity is. So it's all wrapped around who is this, and the audience goes along a trail trying to work out who it is and why they've done it. It's always, you only really find out the identity of the antagonist at the very end, so it allows the audience to try and, as I said, guess or work out who they are from the clues that we present you in the film.
The TV programme, The Missing, our film is kind of similar to that, because in both someone goes missing and the detective tries to find out why they went missing and who's to blame.
It's also similar to that of Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, as the woman is mentally ill and is killing, perceiving she's doing it for the good of female kind. It's only till later, as I say, that the detective realises it's not this big though. It's a disturbed woman. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
Any,
Good.
any questions?
Feedback. Amy.
Well, I thought the plot of the story was really
Go on.
very well thought through.
Thank you.
Callum, go.
Is there any dialogue in there, or is it to add suspense? But there's nothing said.
Nothing.
There's nothing said.
To add tension and suspense.
Yeah.
So yeah, my thinking was, because I think it's a really good idea, but sound, is it going to be completely
Oh, there'll be,
diegetic? You're going to add some music, which could make or break it, I think. What's your thought?
We'll see in the editing process how it will go if we add music, but it will most likely be faded in. So it builds up till she finds the body, the rustling in the bushes. So it's going to be a very slow-paced editing from the start, but it will build up. There won't be no dialogue, as she said, and the only real sound will come from that of the wildlife in the trees. So it's quite
Every day.
yeah.
Laura.
What was Russell in the bushes again? Was that?
What was it?
Basically,
Yeah,
she-
it's not the dead body.
No,
No,
that's-
she
finds-
thinks it might be the murderer.
she,
But it goes to black, so you won't actually see what it is in the opening.
But did she find the dead body?
she doesn't.
Yeah.
Do you see the dead body in the
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
She sees
She
the
finds
dead body. Here's rustling. She turns around, and that's where it cuts to black and it's title. Lakeside.
Jack.
Is there any clues about who the murderer is in like the opening?
Not really within the opening, no. This, therefore, to kind of join the audience in as to why or how.
Because I was thinking that. I was wondering if like there's a calling card of some sort. Doesn't have to hint that it's a female or anything at this point. I think it's good that you don't. That's something to add that extra enigma, something to make it a little bit more unique, maybe. A type of death or a note left or an object, maybe. Perhaps. Just add a little bit of intrigue, possibly. Catherine, anything? Well thought out, well almost. It does feel like a pretty complete idea. The other thing I was going to say, do you know where you are going to shoot this?
We have several locations that we are thinking of, one of which is the local Willingham Woods,
Yeah.
located just on the road. There are many woodland parks near where I live, so we can have a look around those as well.
And lastly, the aerial shot. Have you thought about how you will?
Yes, we have. We have many associates and contacts with aerial photography abilities.
Or we may climb a tree.